Well, welcome back to the land of I don't even fucking know, but it's cold as shit. So, today what we got in store is, as the title says, I'm going to show you how to start some old carbureted engines when it's cold out and they don't want to do anything. So first we're going to start with snow chooch. Now here's the deal, fucking creaky trees. So, the deal with this, here's a little story. So, last week we had 1.5 feet of snow here. So this thing really had its work cut out for it, and it was just absolutely shredding. I was going to make a video, but I couldn't find my tripod on account of it being buried in the 1.5 feet of snow. So while I was running this, it was getting a little toasty with that extra 8 degrees of ignition timing I put in this thing. And I slightly charred the boot on the spark plug because it started arcing through the boot to everything else there and stopped running. So we're going to replace that coil, and then I'm going to show you how to start this properly. So thankfully, because I had accounted for this, I already had an extra boot, an extra coil and boot sitting around. So I'm going to put that in. It should be good as fucking new. So this is pretty simple and straightforward. All you gotta do is, once you get the cowl off, it's just right here. You just take off these two little fuckers. Ugh, nice and sticky. Come on. Ugh, there you go. Oh wow, that boot's all kinds of fucked. And that just comes off. Unplug the switch. And then we just pop the new one in its place and space it. Just like that, new one's in. So, what you gotta do here is, when you're spacing this, you want the pickups so that they're almost touching the flywheel, but just not quite. And once you get it where you think it's right, just turn it. Make sure the magnet does not actually touch it at any point. And if it doesn't, you're good. Alright, there we go. And you plug that switch in over here. And now that you're done with that, while we're at this, may as well replace the spark plug. So this is where I'm going to show you the cool trick to get this going right quick. So as you probably know, carburetors want heat because they got to vaporize that fuel somehow. It's not like fuel injection where it just does that by itself. So when you don't have heat and the fuel doesn't really vaporize, it's not going to want to start. So, they put the chokes on them to help you with that. But the thing is, this thing, oh geez, look at that. Reckon that thing's burning a bit of oil, huh? As if that wasn't obvious. This thing, it doesn't really start like it used to. In its old heavily abused state, it kind of gets grumpy when it's cold out. So what we're gonna do is manually introduce some heat into this thing. So the first step is to turn this engine so that the exhaust valve is open. Now I don't actually know where that is, so I'm gonna guess it's about there maybe. And then you grab your blowtorch, you fucking light that shit, you stick that right in here, oh yeah, and then you just let that sit there, heat the cylinder up, while we go search for another spark plug. So let's see, where can I find one? Well, I've already used up all the spark plugs on that engine. Let's see if we got any in here. Pretty sure I got a couple extras lying around. Oh, let's see now. What we got down here? Aha! There's a spark plug. Let's see if that's the right thread. Oh yeah. She's putting in work all right. Is that the same? Nope. Oh well, can't say we didn't try. We'll just keep using that one. Alrighty. Now that that's had some time to get all nice and toasty, you pop the spark plug back in, the thing should fire right up immediately. No hassle, no choke. Alright, let's test her out. Full throttle, no choke, should fire right up. Fucking told you, look at that. Oh, she's running mint. No hassle, quick and easy. Is she idling? Oh yeah. Look at that. Easy. That's how you get shit done. A little manual heating of the cylinders goes a long way. So now I'll put that back together and show you a different scenario. So scenario number 2. Instead of a small single cylinder, you got an old multi-cylinder with a shitty updraft carburetor that in cold weather especially doesn't like working because the fuel has to travel up, which when it's cold as fuck out and it's not fucking vaporizing is really not going to want to do. So in this situation, yeah, we could put heat directly into the cylinders, but that'd take a while and I'd have to take this whole seat off and fuck that. So instead, you get yourself a heat gun, and what you do is, it's a multi-step process. First, we want to warm the carb up a little bit. So we're just going to let that sit there and blow on the carb for a little bit. And while we're at it, never hurts to heat the manifold while you're at it. So, now I'm burning the paint a little bit. Maybe not do that. We'll let the heat gun take care of that then. So, you can get off of there. While that's busy toasting that, let's see if we can get anything out of this. Oh boy, here we go. Put a new battery in this thing. Holy shit, look at that. Man, that was an easy start. I say that as it shuts off because the heat gun fell down. Fucking stay on there, you fuck. Come on. Come on, you fuck. Ugh. There we go. Now we blow the hot air directly into the carburetor. That helps the fuel vaporization, and it's mint. You don't need to worry about that coolant dripping over there. That's just the water pump is completely fucked. Runs so much better. So, while that's there doing its thing, let me show you some cool stuff here. So, after like all the years I've had this thing, which is only 4, I finally put an alternator on it. It's only wobbling a little bit, but check this out. So here's how you turn it on. You take this wire, you put it in there for a little bit, and you pull it out, and it's running. Mint. It's only splattering water everywhere because it's a shitty water pump. It's only wobbling a little bit. You don't need to worry about that. But hey, it's charging. So I finally had to put a new battery in the thing because that old battery was completely fucked. It didn't hold a charge at all anymore. See how she's doing. Oh yeah. She's running good. Oh yeah, check this out too. Custom exhaust manifold gasket. You can barely even hear the exhaust leak anymore. and I made sure to bolt it down in a way that I will never be able to get it apart again, because I put a nut on the inside of the manifold too. So now, once you've gotten the carburetor all nice and hot, and it's actually vaporizing fuel, you can go ahead and take that away, and it'll just run again. Fucking mint. You know what's amazing to me too is a while ago when I had to take this engine out to rebuild it because the oil pump exploded, when I had to put the manifolds back on, I didn't actually have a gasket, so I used high temp RTV on this, which don't ask me why I thought that would work considering it has to seal the exhaust ports, but also don't ask me why it did work and why it is still working. I don't understand it, but I'm just gonna go with it. So that is the correct ways to install to cold start your gas engines. So, let's see. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the water pump. This is real fucked. Look at this. Let's see if we can get a view of that. Oh yeah, this is right fucked. Wiggling like shit, leaking super bad. It is just horrible. Oh yeah, the belts might be touching a little bit, but yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's just fucking dripping. Oh hey, look, balance resistor. I actually finally put that in because with the extra voltage from the alternator, those points were not having any of that. I'm trying to find a new water pump, or at least parts to rebuild it, because this old engine's really, really expensive. I've seen ones like $250, which is just bullshit. I'm not paying that. But while we're on the topic of leaky water pumps, this thing. Fucking right before Christmas, when I had to drive to my family, fucking this water pump blew the seal out too. So in order to actually get back, I had to keep 2 gallons extra coolant because I was dripping like crazy. This one's bearing's not even fucked either, so I don't even get why it's doing that, but I got an extra one, so I'll put that in too. That's not particularly interesting. The only thing interesting here is my custom blend coolant that I have in here that just, oh my fuck, that stinks. Because this here is what I call radioactive swamp mud. Because it's a combination of antifreeze, some of it at least, some water that I got from some of it's taps, some of it's puddles, or mostly puddles, and then there's a bit of dirt and oil, and I think there's some ATF in there too. Don't ask me why. It's not like I deliberately put that in there. It's just because the last time I had this coolant system down, when I had to replace my head because it cracked, I just kind of let whatever the fuck fall into the pan, and I just put it back in without filtering it. And also some of the jugs that I've used were also previously oil containers. So, oh my fuck, that stinks. I mean, surely the dirt doesn't have anything to do with the water pump failing, but we're not going to even worry about that. And now today I would really love to do a cold start on the diesel here, but I can't because there's no injectors in it right now. So the deal with that was that I took the injectors out because I wasn't happy with the way it was running. It didn't sound quite right to me. You probably could hear that tick, 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 tick while it was running. So I tested them. They were not good. They were not spraying correctly. So I was going to make a video of me re-shimming them and cleaning them out to get them to work correctly again. But, well, we don't need to talk about how that went. So I got new ones coming in. Probably about in the middle of January, they're estimating. So I'll get those back in, then the thing should be running better than fucking ever. So, for now, that'll do it. See you next time.